What's up, guys? Dax McClellan here, and this video is going to be an Ask Dax episode where you guys submit your questions. You send them to me through email of askdaxquestions@gmail.com, and I answer them for you. Okay, so I'm just going to get into a couple of the viewers' questions in this. It's going to be a pretty quick video, and hopefully you bring some value to you. Okay, so I'm also going to keep all of the artists' names anonymous, just because. Okay, so one of the first questions we got was, what's the best way to stick it to people that don't believe in you? Okay, so I'm assuming this is a person who couldn't get an apprenticeship or something like that. I mean, ultimately, the best way to do that is, succeed. You know, like it's that simple. It's not about playing get back games, little childish shit like that and saying, ha ha ha, I made it. It's more just about move on. Okay? You shouldn't worry about what people think of you. If you're going to be a great tattoo artist, you gotta be self-motivated and a self-thinker. Okay? It doesn't matter what somebody says. If they think that you're not fit, you got to ignore the naysayers, ignore the critics, even if they're family, and just pursue your dream if tattooing is your dream. Okay? So I hope that answers that question. Next question. What are the best promo strategies for getting more clientele? I've got a bunch of videos on this stuff already, but I would say build on word of mouth. Word of mouth is the most powerful promotional strategy you could ever have. And social media. Social media is free advertising. You just got to put in the work. That's my simplest answer. But you can also do free tattoo contests done right, which I have another YouTube video on that. And just doing good business. When you do good business, it gets around. And you got to do lots of it. Chances are, I like to say, whatever you think is good business, however much clients you want to deal with, however much tattoos you want to do before you call yourself a great tattoo artist, multiply that by 10, because most of the times in life, people underestimate what it takes to succeed in something. And if you 10 times something, you're doing 10 times the amount of work, so that'll make up for all those misunderstandings and underestimating situations. Cool. So, next question. How many tattoos a day on average would you do? How many days a week? Asking me. Good question. So, I think it depends wherever I am in my career. You know, it depends on where my focus is. You know, when I first started, I did just a little bit, you know. And then I started actually getting good, and I started doing them more and more and more. And then, as far as the week, I usually like to tattoo. I've been through the situation where I'm tattooing 7 days a week, and I did that for like 3 months straight. Then I cut it down to 6 days a week. Normally I do 6 days a week, but then it also depends. You know, if I'm recording these videos, I'm not tattooing 6 days a week. I'm recording these videos 6 days a week, and then I'm swapping back. So I don't think that it really matters what I do. You know, I think ultimately you can't fake the hustle, okay? What you put into tattooing is what you're gonna get out. And to be honest, like, I've probably done a lot more tattoos than most people do when they start, just because I was really, really eager, really, really hungry. But it's not about comparing yourself to somebody else. I would compare yourself to you and think about, what are you humanly capable of doing as far as tattoos? Because if you limit yourself to what I'm doing, you're not reaching your full potential. So limit yourself as in a way of having no limits, okay? Push yourself to that next level. If you did 1 tattoo today, do 2 tomorrow if you can. If you work 3 days a week this week, try 4 next week and continue to grow. Okay, that's what I would recommend. Continue and continue and continue, and it will make up for, it'll pay off in the long run. Okay, when you have tons of clients and you have a booked up schedule and you can make a comfortable living tattooing, it'll be all worth it. Okay, so next question. Do you think you can work too much? It depends. I think it all depends on your perspective of work. You know, if you don't like to tattoo and you call it work, maybe you shouldn't be tattooing. Okay, for me, I'm obsessed with art, with tattooing, and with creating. So that's creating businesses, that's creating content to help tattoo artists, that's creating new customers for not only me, but my tattoo team in my shop, that's creating new customers for myself, creating art, creating tattoos. I'm obsessed, and I don't think it's a bad thing, okay? I gave myself permission to be obsessed, and if you work a lot, it could just be a perspective twist. Maybe all you have to do is give yourself permission to be obsessed with doing what you love, because ultimately there's not a lot of people in the world that are passionate about what they do and really do it to the fullest because of them listening to other people who say you work too much, okay? If you ever get told you work too much, ask yourself who's asking that or who's telling you that, because chances are they probably gave up on their dreams or they don't enjoy their work. Learn to think for yourself and be motivated by yourself. And if you want to tattoo 8 days out of the week, do it. If you don't. It's up to you. Yeah. Okay, so next question. How do you stay motivated when people bring you down? Not because of your work, but because of their lack of faith in you. That's a good question. I think that ultimately the best way to succeed is to become self-motivated. Okay, I think it's weak to rely on your family and your friends to support what you do. Rely on yourself, because when you fail, you have nobody to blame besides yourself if you're self-motivated or you just rely on yourself. But I've seen plenty of times where a friend of mine will, be supported, and he'll do great while he's being supported by his friends or family, but once he fails, he blames it on somebody else. Or he blames it on not being motivated because he wasn't internally grounded and motivating himself. He was relying on an outside circumstance to motivate him. So anyway, this is this Ask Dax episode. Stay tuned for the next. And if you like this video, you think somebody would appreciate it and benefit from it, make sure to share it with them. Also, comment below any more questions. Actually, send them to my email. It's below in the description, askdaxquestions@gmail.com. Send them there. I'll answer them if I like them in another video. And other than that, make sure you check out my new book, The Savage Way. There's going to be a link below as well. We've been getting great feedback from that. 10 out of 10 as far as the on a scale of 1 to 10, which is amazing. Check it out, and we'll see you in the next episode. Peace.